And when it comes down to it, cryptocurrencies are just baseball cards. It's all of us rooting for a favorite team, trading baseball cards. They really don't have any monetary value until we put monetary value into them. That's it. That's all this is all about. They are not securities. They are not currency. They are digits on the freaking internet. That's it. They're just little functions.
Hex is like a really interesting example too, because it's something that the world has never seen before, a community like the Hex community. We say we, and somebody on the outside, they could think that means like there's a business involved or like that we worked for Richard or something. But like, no, like we've taken ownership of this decentralized thing. Richard used to often say like, there's so many people learning about Hex who didn't even learn about it from him. That should show you that even our language, you know, if we clean up like the we language when people are asking about what Hex is, I mean, it's a perfect teachable moment, I think, too. But yeah, I mean, like we've always explained it so well. This is software, like this is sacrifice, this is freedom of speech. Like these are things that really matter in the world to a group of people who care about that.
And also, crypto in general, literally just by nature, challenges the entire legacy banking system. So it's not like it's some, you know, it wasn't expected that if you're challenging the big boys with something like crypto, they can actually empower the people and close the gap between wealthy and poor, that it's not going to piss somebody off.
I think there's some Bitcoiners who have some really cool ideas about how like crypto can integrate with, like it already does really. Crypto integrates with the legacy financial system. Like you can still have a strong dollar and you can have Bitcoin go up 7 million X. So there's so much room. And, you know, the more that you have competition in a free market, then you would expect like technology to improve to a point where there is more abundance for all. And so if you create lots of valuable tokens, but you also create like that affects people to the point where they'll work for that. And then, you know, they'll build cool things that then increase the productivity and the GDP of the world. You know, that's a situation where you can have your cake and eat it too.
But they know money's power, right? So this is just my opinion. I don't know. It just seems like cryptocurrency can make people rich as fuck, and I don't think that they want that. That empowers people. It puts more control back to the people. Like
I think it's not that big of a problem yet because you've never had something, you know, where you can time lock really. So I think a lot of people sell on the way up. That's just kind of human nature. But so, yeah, I mean, like that's more of an economics debate and everything. I think that people can use crypto to like have a positive narrative for themselves. Like I could use this to make myself more productive. I could use this to, you know, pay myself to have a behavior change that I want to do. And that's always been like my little psychology angle on crypto. Everybody's in it for different reasons, right? But yeah, I think like I think crypto is super valuable even within the current system. I don't think one has to crash for them to get along. But yeah, you know, like crypto is where it's at.
And that's where I'm coming with this, is that it shouldn't scare us. I mean, we don't have to go and fight these guys, and we do need to take it to them and take their own fight to them, you know, and make them comply with what we realize what we have. We are the best community in all of crypto. We have the best founder in all of crypto. We have the best crypto in all of crypto. And we've always known that. We've been shouting that at the rooftops, and it's time for them to acknowledge it. Crypto is. Look at Richard. Finally, for the first time, I heard him go on a stream tonight on BitBoys Spaces, and he was treated with respect. He didn't have the typical, oh, why'd you let this clown in here? Why'd you let this guy in? Oh, great, the scammers. I didn't hear any of that come from any of them. They listened to him. They thanked him. They agreed with him. He had conversation with them. It was very pleasant to see Richard actually getting to speak with other people in the crypto space and be respected. It was really good to hear. If you haven't heard that, go listen to BitBoy's thing that he did today on the FTX thing, and Richard went there and got to speak a little bit about it and had some great insight, and they all praised him for it. It was really good to hear. And I did
find it hilarious when he asked him about following him on Twitter. That was funny.
Yeah, that was so funny. He did. And they said, "Why aren't you following?" He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry, I don't follow anybody who shills other cryptos, only Richard Hart products." And that was great, man. I thought that was awesome.
Funny as shit, bro.
And he's
a real one, man. You got to give Richard that. He's a real one. He stands by what he believes in, dude. So
he's real, and he stands by what he believes in, and we all should be standing by him, because when the smoke clears on all this, we're standing there. We're the community that has to go out there and pave the way, because crypto's wrecked. I mean, they're wrecked. Decentralized exchanges are just, they're all going to domino down. And this FTX thing is wide, broad, and it ain't over yet. And Richard's going to end up getting his 10K call. And more of this stuff's coming out. Wednesday, there's going to be another announcement. This thing is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. By the time it's over, we're going to be the ones that were speaking truth. We are the ones that were out there trying to help others. And it's going to be Richard. We're going to be able to stand those two next to each other, SBF and Richard, and go, you trust this guy more than likely because of how this guy looks. But guess which guy scammed you? Guess which guy didn't scam you? And that's the narrative right now. It's like everybody trusted this mild-mannered looking kid who's, driving around in a Toyota Corolla, but no harm to nobody. I mean, what a freaking ruse was that? And then here's Richard, could barely walk out of the store because he has so many Dior bags in his hands. That was classic. When he waddled out of that last one, it was just like, oh my gosh, this is freaking hilarious, man. It's just hilarious. He's just in their face, showing them, yep, I'm the scammer, guys. I'm spending all your money, but he's actually the guy that's trying to save crypto. And that's what we're going to be able to stand on.
This SEC thing, I think, is going to move too slow for how I'm moving, because, I invented a method to undo a hack in DeFi, and the code's in production. And that's part of the reason why people keep their crypto on centralized exchanges. Part of the problem with crypto is that it's so easy to lose. But if you have a pre-selected recovery address, that's the key. And then you also have to have a delay on how long it takes to be able to withdraw. As Hexicans, we're used to waiting 6.5 years to get our money withdrawn. But with Time Pays Me, it's a vault that you can use to time lock pulsechain and pulsex. And it's just, 7-day withdraw is that's the minimum. If a hacker has your seed words, and I'm going to publicly read my seed words to $10,000 worth of pulsechain tokens if they ever drop with that kind of value. And, you'll be able to load my seed words into your MetaMask, and you can see that even as you pretending to be a hacker, I can still change the ownership of my vault to something that's pre-selected. Because if you and I both have the same seed words and the interface has a pre-selected recovery wallet, it doesn't matter if they flip the switch or I do. But why would they ever get rid of their chance to steal the coins? Yeah, it's just it's something that can be done where you hold your own keys. If the Securities and Exchange Commission wants to look at me, I'm going to show them some shit that really needs to happen.